What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in a motherfucking building. This time, honey, I am back, honey, to talk about SWV and Salt N Pepa on Ladies' Night. First off, before we get started, I would like to thank and welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you guys for joining the channel, and to all my other subscribers that have been here, for a while, rocking with me. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I promise to continue to keep coming out with content that make you think. I promise to keep telling it like it motherfucking is. You can always respect that from your girl. Okay, so let's get off into the recap. Okay, so on this last episode, really quickly though, before I get off into that, some of y'all was in them damn comments. What was it for last week's episode? And y'all was, oh, I'm Team Salt N Pepa, and Spinderella should just know her place. I'm going to reiterate this one more time. Because we saw it on this episode right here. We saw SWV pretty much agree with what I was saying. They pretty much said, well, Spinderella is the third member of the group. So if she's the third member of the group, why the fuck wasn't she allowed to go on the talk? Okay, so I don't understand how some of y'all feel like that shit is cool. How would you feel if that were you? And this is my thing, because some of y'all points were, well, Spinderella, she's just a DJ. She ain't just no DJ. If she was just their DJ, I wouldn't even be arguing with you guys on that. I promise I would let y'all have that. She is more than a DJ. She raps alongside with them. She tours with them. She's rapping across the stage right with they ass. She's with them. So if that ain't another fucking group member, I don't know what is. So I just don't understand how some of y'all is looking at that. That don't make no sense, but that's y'all opinion. Okay, so the episode starts out, we got Taj visiting, she's visiting Spinderella in her little dressing room thing. And they get off into, Taj said that she saw the promo for the talk. And Spinderella lets her know, well, I wasn't on the talk. So actually it was just Salt N Pepa on there. They didn't want me there. Taj is looking at her like, girl, are you crazy? Like, what's up with that? Like, why the fuck they didn't want you? You just as much as a part of the group as they are, and Taj didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. I thought it was disrespectful. That's why I love SWV so much, because I relate to them. And this whole fucking episode, I was Team SWV with everything they were saying about the whole Spinderella, Salt N Pepa situation. I was just with my girls, because they get that shit. They understand it. They understand what Salt N Pepa is doing to Spinderella is not right, and it's not cool. Spinderella tried to put on a brave face. She confided in Taj and let her know it does bother her, but, she just was kind of like, this has been going on for years and this, that, and the third. You could tell that this is a normal for Spinderella, for them to exclude her and for her to kind of just be the bigger person, let it go. Bitch, it wouldn't be me. It'd be like, look, confused teenager, look, Hootie and the Blowfish. I'm thinking about Salt's face. Her face has blew up like a fish. Girl. Anyways, I would get them bitches together and just be like, listen, y'all need to start treat me like I'm a part of the motherfucking group, or bitch, I'm not going to be in the group anymore. And that's just simply what it would be. I wouldn't keep dealing with they ass. Fuck them. and she's a DJ. She can make her money on her own. So Salt N Pepa, they have a little show, and SWV is in the audience, supporting them. They're dancing, they're filling the show. They even talk to the girls after the show. So I felt like all of that, that was cute. It just seems like the energy between the two of these groups could be really good if people would get rid of their fucking egos. I.e. Salt, i.e. fucking Peppa. If they would get rid of their fucking egos, all would be well. I'm just saying. Okay, so the next thing you know, all the ladies, they plan to go on vacation together and go to the Cayman Islands. That way they can relax and, before they do their other shows together. Y'all know that SWV still has an offer on the table to, tour with Toni Braxton, which I stated in my other review. They should just fucking take it, because Salt N Pepa, I told you, motherfuckers, last episode, these bitches ain't shit. I told you how they think. I told you how selfish they was. Anyway, so they all did this whole, and it was Peppa with her fake ass. Let's go to Cayman Islands. Let's do this. Let's turn up. Meanwhile, they all get to the Cayman Islands, SWV and Spinderella. And they manager Jimmy ends up calling Spinderella and telling Spinderella and all the girls that Salt N Pepa ain't even coming. What? I wasn't shocked because I know how these bitches operate by now, and I've been telling y'all about these bitches and how they think and, whatever. But I wasn't shocked. And what I really don't like with people, and it just is so disingenuous, is when people pump shit up. Oh, we go kick it. Oh, we go do, and then motherfuckers ain't nowhere to be found, so. Was I surprised? Not at all. The girls are very disappointed. SWV, they was real upset. Spinderella, she said she felt embarrassed. She's like, I'm here by myself, kind of representing for them. But, nonetheless, though, she said deep down inside she wasn't shocked because they did this shit before. So it was just fucked up. So the next thing that happened was Taj and Lily, they sitting by the water and they talking. And Taj mentions to Lily, well, have you been on Instagram? Lily was like, no. And then Taj was like, I saw Peppa at a club on Instagram. And she was like, well, shit, she had time to get to that club. She didn't have time to bring her ass here. I mean, I'm happy that Lily and Taj is starting to see what I see and what I've been telling you guys about these women, how egotistical they are, how throwback they are, and how they still, like I always say, you guys, they are very talented. They are the pioneers of hip hop, and, they did a lot for women empowerment. I give them that. But it's just their attitudes is just so fucked up. And I'm happy that on this episode, Lily and Taj, the two people that admired Salt N Pepa the most, because y'all know Coco wasn't here for they shit. Coco was like, bitch, I'm a star in my own fucking right. Like, I'm the fucking Beyonce of our fucking group, so fuck y'all. And I'm all the way here for Coco and her attitude. And not only that, I just feel like Coco is a lot like myself. She could just peep out bullshit and people with egos and people trying to make it look like their group is all that. And, her group has to prove themselves to them and all this bullshit. But I'm just happy, like I said, that Lily and Taj is getting a real sense of who Salt N Pepa really is, how they roll, how they look at things. I think it was one part where Taj was like, you know what? At first I thought we had to think about who should we tour with? Should we continue with the Ladies Night tour? Or should we do the Toni Braxton tour? And honestly is looking like Toni Braxton at this point, because if these women can't even show up and give us a call, immediately, they end up calling later. But shit, that ain't the same. You could have called. Why the fuck is you having old boy call? It was just, them again, just being selfish, thinking of themselves, and, And are we really shocked Pepa is out at a club instead of honoring her word? She just seems very inconsistent as a person. I would never take Pepa seriously, I told y'all, I like Pepa when she had that weight on her. And then when she started getting on that goddamn plastic surgery and she became unreal and, just unrelatable, unreliable, whatever you want to call it, shit. And it's really fucked up because they was all supposed to get together, and work on their women's empowerment song and shit. The beat that Taj has, because I believe she played some of it for Spinderella. Spinderella liked the beat, she liked it, but then when Lily heard it, she was like, it's not really women's empowerment. I like it, but I don't know if I like it for what we're trying to do. And as I thought about it, I said, well, this beat is more like a club, and y'all can still use it. Come out with 2 different songs, for this generation. So that's something to think about. So did y'all see that scene when they were sitting in the jacuzzi and, Lily had to take a drink and I don't know, whatever fucking game they was playing or whatever. She didn't like how the drink smelled or none of that, but she took a drink, trying to get a little buzz. And then she ends up jumping in the pool. And then Coco was like, honey, if her wig come off, baby. And so after she jumped in the pool, she was like, oh, it stayed on. And she ended up going underwater again and her wig came off, honey. And she had these braided up cornrows going to the back. I was cracking the fuck up. That's why I fuck with SWV, because it's shit like that shows you they are real, they are relatable, they are humble, they are, just fun girls. It was nice seeing Spinderella not really be on the defense all the time, because she's always on the defense when she's with Salt N Pepa. But with SWV, they really, treated her with respect. They really had her back. They didn't like that shit. They didn't like that shit that Salt N Pepa did with the talk. Once Coco got wind of that shit, she was like, bitch, that shit wouldn't have never happened in our motherfucking group. She was like, that would have never happened. All 3 of us are, in this group. And even Taj was like, hey, Coco is the lead singer of this group, but I'm just as much as a part of the group as she is. And it's true. All 3 of those women, they bring something to the group. Yes, Coco, we know, is the lead singer. She's the one with more of the voice. But Lily and Taj, they balance out the group because they're silly, they're fun. Coco is kind of like the mother hen, and they all have their own distinct personality, so it all meshes and it all works. And Spinderella, she sees that, but I really love how SWV, they went to bat for Spinderella. Like, girl, you gotta stop allowing these bitches to treat you like you're not a part of the group. That's not fair what they did. That's not right. It was so cute when Coco had mentioned, oh, does Spinderella want us to jump Salt N Pepa, for how badly that they're treating her. I thought that was just so cute. Like I said, y'all, I fuck with that energy. Yes, lift your sister up. You see anybody excluding somebody, leaving them out, making them feel like they don't belong, rally behind that person. So I just really love what they said. And then I think Lily was like, man, fuck them, shit. Spinderella could be a part of our group. We need a DJ. That's what I'm saying, shit. Spinderella, you in the wrong damn group, girl. Okay, so we get this scene with Salt, and she mentions that she had to go, she had to head home because she was having some issues with her son. And once I heard that, I kind of, I was still upset at what Salt did. I still felt like she should have called. But once I heard, I'm having family issues at home, I was like, okay, Salt kind of has a pass. You know, because you got family issues at home, you've been on the road, you haven't really been there to, you know, talk with your kids and shit like that. I understand that type of shit, you know. I think she said her son is still acting up from her divorce, so, you know, you want to get a handle on that. So that kind of excuses her. Then we got confused teenager woman, Peppa. Well, girl, my neck hurt and it can't move. And girl, I wasn't going to go. And I hope they understand. And I wasn't able to go either. You know, they're talking on FaceTime, telling each other why they're not in the Cayman Islands, you know. And I like that Salt took the initiative and was like, you know what? I thought that you was going to be with the girls, you know, in the Caymans, and I thought that I would just tell, you know, our manager, you know, to tell them, you know, I'm not coming, but they definitely deserve a phone call. You know, it's fucked up. Neither one of us is going to be there. Salt, I was rolling with you when you took responsibility for that. When you recognized that that was fucked up, I was with you, and then you showed your ass again, and we go get to it. Something else that I peeped on this episode was Spinderella. She was kind of at one point, I don't know if you guys was really paying attention, she was kind of taking up for Salt and Pepa a little bit. And kind of letting them know, hey, you know, they're not here. Let's make the best of it. You know, don't be tripping off of that. And, you know, I felt like that was classy for her to be that way. And I think deep down inside, though, you know, she was still hurt. You know, she still felt betrayed. You know, they didn't even call her personally and say that they weren't coming. But I felt like, wow, you still taking up for these bitches. You know, you still trying, because you could kind of tell SWV, they had her back, but yet they was just like, because I think Lily had made a comment about Salt. I can honestly see Salt not really giving a fuck, you know, so, and you could tell that kind of bothered Spinderella. She's like, okay, I don't want you guys like talking bad about the girls or feeling that they're bad people. You know, shit happens, you know, stuff came up. And I felt like that was pretty decent of her. It wouldn't have been me. They would have been every bitch I could have thought of. But Spinderella was, you know, classy. She didn't want SWV to. But at the same time, Spinderella, you need to switch groups. You need to go on to SWV. And SWV is right. The shit that they do is just not right. So even though you're trying to be classy, that shit, it was not cool. So, but I think she acted like that, you guys, to keep a level head and to, you know, she kept saying, well, I just look at the bigger picture. I'm just thinking about business. But girl, looking at these episodes, I could see why, you know, you guys are not in this group together anymore, because, you know, it's just such division. And it's good you're not with them anymore, Spinderella. Now they can't disrespect you, and that's good. So next we got Spinderella and Salt and Pepa. You know, they done met up. Spin is back in town, and she's talking to the girls, and they got all these excuses. Like I said, I pretty much understood where Salt was coming from. Pepa, to me, like I said, she just comes off as selfish. Bitch, no matter what was going on with your neck wasn't bothering you when you was in that goddamn club, nodding your motherfucking head to the motherfucking beat. That wasn't bothering you. So, you know, she just strikes me as somebody that does not take responsibility. I ain't got time for it. And even Salt has said that in the past about Pepa, you know. But yeah, Spinderella is having a hard time believing that neither one of them knew the other one wasn't going, you know, because she's like, these two are best friends. It's not like they don't discuss these type of things, you know. So I'm kind of, I'm looking at them, giving them the side eye too. But like I said, I kind of excuse Salt until Salt got to popping her fucking gums. Peppa begins to pop her fucking gums. Well, it's not intentional. I don't know what the big deal is. I know that the girls, they should understand how much I called everybody and apologized. That's what Salt was saying. I don't know what more, you all want from me. Why are you talking in that tone? You were humble before saying, hey, I had some shit going on at home. Why are you talking to her like she's a fucking kid? They don't have no respect for that girl. And don't y'all dare get y'all ass in them comments. Well, she just needs to stay in her place. Well, she should understand. Fuck that. Behavior reflects intention. And if Salt's true intention was, I couldn't be there. I really wanted to go on the trip. I really look forward to recording a record with the girls and spending time with you all, vacationing. If that was really the intention and you was on some humble shit, you wouldn't have ended that conversation, Salt, the way that you did. Salt made a comment stating, oh, well, if it's a girls trip and, people don't show up, I don't really care. And, it don't really matter to me. Didn't Lily just say that about Salt's character? How she act like she don't really care about nothing? And like Spinderella said, have more compassion. Spinderella explained to them, SWV kind of done with y'all, and how y'all are. That shit ain't gonna fly with them. Yeah, you called Salt and apologized or whatever, but still, that shit wasn't cool. Peppa, they didn't hear shit from you. Just, oh, well, I'm sorry I couldn't come. You didn't even call to say that, but you talking all this shit to Spinderella. I don't know what more they want me to do, and it's not intentional. Then she go do this silly ass example. Well, if I was going somewhere with a man, he wouldn't care. He'd just let it go. But with women, they want to make a big bitch. Don't try to do that. Take responsibility for your actions, and you need to have respect for people's time and their feelings, and that's that, confused teenager. But she's childish as fuck, y'all. And if I was Spinderella, I would have smacked the shit out of her and Salt, because they was both doing too much at that table. Spinderella mentions a comment about looking in a peripheral, about Salt and Pepper both need to look in their peripheral and understand that the shit that they say and do, it could hurt people and it could make people look at them in a different way, which is what happened with this whole SWV situation. And from there, they get off into, well, you don't appreciate all the shit we did for you. And, we, certain, people didn't want us to really work with you. And who the fuck did they say? I think they said, oh, Salt says out of her fucking mouth, MTV movie awards, they didn't want you to, do the show with us. We fought hard for you. The Talk didn't want you, Then they got off into, first off, before I even address that, how disrespectful. How disrespectful for you to say, well, these people didn't want you, and these people, you don't talk to that woman like that, okay? If you feel like you so much fucking better than her, then don't fucking work with her, okay? You don't talk to her like that. So disrespectful. And y'all kill me how y'all sit up here and defend this bullshit, this egotistical bullshit. And that's what it is. I'm up here, you're down here. We was already, they both began chiming in, Salt and Peppa. We was both successful before you even came along. We had a platinum out. What the fuck does that mean? And Spinderella was right. Because she said, yeah, and you began flourishing a lot more when I came on the scene. Yes, you did. Yeah, you had success before she got in the group. You did. I give you that. Y'all was with Herbie, Lovebug, whatever the fuck his name is. So you did. You had some success. But once Spinderella got with y'all doing Shoop, What a Man and shit, y'all took the fuck off. Okay? So give her motherfucking propers. And like Lily said, Lily asked a very good question. She said, I wonder, do they even think she's in the group? Would they ever admit they don't really feel she's in the group? That is a good question to ask these bitches, because as of right now, what's coming out of their mouths, they don't think that Spinderella is even worthy to be next to them. They don't feel like she's really a part of the group. And I think it's very disrespectful. I think it's very hurtful to treat somebody like that. That is a group member, you know. So Salt pretty much went off and, oh, well, it's a lot of shit I could say, but I'm going to end this meeting right now because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Shit go get crazy if I keep speaking. Let me calm down. I was about to say, you high yellow monkey looking bitch. You don't talk to Spinderella. Spinderella was just looking at their ass. She had on her army fatigue, honey. Like, bitch. Did she have an army fatigue? I think she just had on green. Look at me making up shit. Let me get up off of here. You hoes ain't about to be confusing me, okay? But I'm ready for Spinderella to smack the shit out of both of them. That's what I'm ready for. Next week we see Coco is about to, you know, sign her divorce papers. It's going to be a really big deal. And, you know, I can't wait to recap all of that. Y'all know Coco is my girl. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode with SWV and Salt N Pepa. Do y'all feel like it was cool for Salt N Pepa to be talking to Spinderella in that tone and saying she doesn't really bring much to the group and they were already successful without her? And, you know, they always go to bat for her. Yeah, fucking right. Because if you went to bat for her, then you would have went to bat for her on the talk. You would have been like, there's no show without our other member. And y'all could have did that, but you bitches didn't. Okay? You didn't. Because you just want to be a duo group. And that's fine. Leave her alone, though. Don't waste her time. You know, so... All right, let me back up off of that, okay? Like I said before, you guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.